Hello and welcome to Yoga by the Bay with Erin from beautiful Bayfront Park in Sarasota, Florida. Today's class is all about yoga for love. Yoga teaches us, rather than looking outward for love, look inside. Inside, we are filled with a tremendous amount of love. However, things happen in our lives that cause us to build walls, to create blockages so that love can't flow. So grab your mat and let's do what we can to break those walls down. Facing the front of your mat, come into a simple seated position. Sit up nice and tall and bring your fingertips behind you. Draw your shoulder blades together, lift your gaze up, open your heart space. Open your heart space, breathe directly into it. So let's take a nice deep inhale and exhale, and as you exhale, release. Release what you're holding on to that is creating those walls. Focusing on bringing your awareness inward, use the breath to guide you. Nice deep inhales and exhales. As you inhale, bring it through your nose. As you exhale, seal your lips. Also exhale through the nose. Ignite that Ujjayi breathing so you can hear your breath. Close down the back of your throat to make it audible. Do what you can to use the breath to bring you in. One more breath here. And then very slowly release, bringing your fingertips to the top of your mat. So as you inhale, again, we are lengthening up and through our spine. On the exhale, bow forward. Hinge from your hips, lead with your heart. Allow the lower back to soften, release into this pose. One more breath. And then very gently rise up. Taking your right hand to your right knee, flex the toes of your right foot. Clasp that foot with your left hand. Lift your leg up and start to sway side to side. So this pose is called Cradle the Baby. Your baby can be way out here. If you have the ability to tuck your baby in, tuck it in. Tuck it into your elbow creases. Just make sure the spine is long. Bringing some movement by swaying side to side. Breathing into the space your body is holding. That's what yoga's about. We send the breath to remove the blockages that life creates. One more sway. And then extend that right leg out. Hold it with your right hand. Take your left hand, bring it to the pinky side of your foot. Have the thumb face down and release the right hand to the back of the mat. Sit up nice and tall and then turn your heart to face the right side. With every breath, you're reaching through your right fingertips and lengthening out that right leg. Fill that heart space with your breath. One more round here. And then slowly come back to the top of your mat. Take your right knee, bend it, and place your right foot to the back of the mat. Have your left foot come to the top of your left, just above your right knee. Left hand behind your left hip, right hand goes up to the sky. As you inhale, draw that breath in. As you exhale, lift those hips up and reach your right hand all the way to the back of the mat. We're filling the heart, we're filling the whole front body with the breath. With every exhale, can you lift those hips up a little bit higher? Sending that love in. One more breath, and the hips come down. Replace your right foot to the top of the mat, and we'll do it all on the left side. Left hand goes to your left knee, flex the toes of your left foot, clasp them with your right hand now. Lift that baby up. and then start to sway side to side. Swaying side to side here, keeping the baby away or tucking the baby in. Whatever shows up for you. Keep that spine long, sway side to side, draw the movement in, draw the breath to fill the space your body is holding. One more sway. And then extend that left leg out. Hold it with your left hand. Right hand goes to the pinky side of the foot. Thumb goes down. Release the left hand back. As you inhale, lengthen up through the spine. On the exhale, turn, face your heart to the left. You're extending through the fingertips of your left hand, reaching through the toes of your left foot. Breathing here. Twisting into this space, lengthening, filling your body with the breath. One more breath. And then very slowly come back to the top, bend the left knee. Place the left foot to the back of the mat. Right foot goes just above the kneecap. Right hand behind your right hip. Left hand reaches up to the sky. Fill your space with an inhale and lift on an exhale, and then reach that left hand back. Opening up your heart, opening up your front body. This is perfect because when we sit so much in life, we close our body down. So open it up. One more breath. And those hips come down, replacing the left foot to the top of the mat. Extend your legs, coming into a staff pose. So toes are pointing towards the sky. You are grounded down. Now lift those hands, lift your gaze. Allow those shoulders to draw away from your ears. Give this a nice deep breath. On the exhale, you're starting to hinge from your hips. Lead with your hands, lead with your heart. Come forward. Once you've found your edge, then place your hands either on the mat, on your legs, wrap them around your feet. Do whatever is accessible to you. Breathe into this space. Notice how quickly your body responds. You'll feel the muscles begin to relax, to release, to soften. Your mind can do the same. One more breath. And then very slowly, slowly come on up. We're going to come into a tabletop. So coming into a tabletop, first open your palms as wide as you can get them and place them under your shoulders. Nice wide palms, knees and hips are lined up, belly button is tucked in. As you inhale, you're going to drop the belly. Gaze comes forward, shoulder blades go together. As you exhale, curl your spine, push the mat away, bring your gaze between your knees. Continue this motion. So this is cow-cat pose. Allow your breath to guide you. Listen to the breath. Remember, make it audible. Draw it in. Visualize the breath going inward. One more rotation of breath. Coming back into your neutral tabletop. Let's come onto your forearms. Plant your hands on the mat and then extend your right foot back, your left foot back, coming into a forearm plank here. Strengthening your core, holding here. Maybe extend the right heel up, lower it down. Left heel up, lower it down. How about we take the right foot out to the right side? Bring it back to center. Left foot out to the left side. Bring it back to center. Nice strong core. So let's round a little bit here. Tuck in. One more breath. And then gently place those knees down. Bring them mat distance apart. Push your hips towards your heels. Bow into your child's pose. Take a few breaths here. You're drawing in that awareness to the breath, to the body, allowing the mind and the body to soften. Allowing the breath to go in. Find any blockages that you're holding onto and breathing right there, knocking those walls down. And then very slowly make your way back into that tabletop position. Tuck your toes under, take an inhale, and lift your knees off of the mat. Just a couple of inches, hover here. Give me a nice deep inhale. On the exhale, push yourself back into your downward dog. So as you're coming into downward dog, we want to make sure the chest is pressing towards the mat. Your hips are reaching to the sky, so bend your knees to have a lengthened spine. And then as your body allows, maybe those knees start to straighten a little bit more each time. Be patient, compassionate, kind, loving to yourself. Breathe here. Let's take an inhale, reach your right leg up. As you exhale, your right foot comes between your hands and drop your left knee down. Next breath, reach your both hands up to the sky. Coming into your low lunge, hold here. So making sure in the low lunge that your knee is stacked over the ankle, your front hip is dropping towards the mat, your gaze goes up. Can you open that heart a little bit more? Can you maybe welcome a little back bend here? Nice deep breath. And then bring the hands to the mat. Shift the hips towards your heels. Flex the toes of your right foot. So as you inhale, lengthening over that right leg, and then bow. Bow and send your breath to your hamstring muscles. Allow the breath to soften your hamstring. Beautiful. And then a little flow with this. So as you inhale, bend into your right knee, lift up low lunge. As you exhale, hands come back to the mat, shift into half split. Couple more times. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale, half split. Inhale, low lunge. Namaste. Exhale, half split, hold. Send the breath. One more inhale. And then bend into your right knee, tuck your left toes under, lift the left knee off the mat, bring your right foot back to meet your left down dog. Take a nice deep inhale and an exhale. And as you exhale, let go. What are you holding on to that is creating those walls, that is preventing love from flowing through, within, around you? And then inhale your left foot up. Exhale, left foot between your hands. Drop the right knee down. Make sure the knee is stacked over the ankle and lift those hands on up to the sky. Take that right hip and dip it down a little bit more. And then see if you can open your heart. So little back bend here. Bring the gaze up. Open the heart. How about we goalpost the arms here? Really open that heart. Let the love flow in. Fill the space with love. The more we take those walls down, the more we radiate love from within. One more breath, and the hands come back to the mat. Shift the hips towards your heels. Flex the toes of that left foot, coming into your half split. Take an inhale, and on the exhale, bow into this split. Allow the hamstring muscles to soften and release here. With every breath, send the breath to the back of that hamstring. Take note of how quickly your muscles respond. One more breath. And then let's flow. Bend into the left knee. As you inhale, reach those hands to the sky. As you exhale, bring it back to half split. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale, half splits. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale, half splits. Hold. Holding here, breathing here. One more breath. And then very slowly bend into your left knee, tuck your right toes under, lift your right knee off the mat. Bring your right foot to the top of the mat. Have your feet at mat distance. Have your toes hanging over and your heels in. And then drop your hips to your heels, coming into Malasana, coming into a squat here. You can keep your hands on the mat, or you can bring your hands to your heart. Use the elbow to draw the knees out. Do what you can to allow your tailbone to drop as close to the mat, as close to the earth as you can. We keep a lot of emotions in our hips. We store them in our hips. So when we feel things start to shift and change, just take the time. Stay right there and breathe. Ask yourself, why do I have this change in my energy? And then you'll notice the answers are coming to you. Sit with it, breathe with it. You can stay right here, or place the right hand on the mat. Lift the left hand up to that sky. Breathing here. One more breath. Bringing that left hand down, bringing your palms back to your heart. Always come back to that heart. Filter the thoughts that go through your mind, the words that come from your mouth. Filter them through your heart. Place the left hand down, reach the right hand up. Breathe here. Use the left elbow to draw the knee out. One more breath. And then very slowly, those hands come back to that heart. Always checking in. One more breath. Place your hands on the mat. Lift your hips up. Heel toe your feet. Hip distance. Draw your head to the mat. Allow your head to be heavy. Allow your hands to be heavy. Allow the burdens you hold on your shoulders to be released. Take a nice deep inhale. And as you exhale, let it go. And then very slowly, we're going to root all the way up to standing. Reaching your hands up to the sky. Bring your palms together and through heart center. Inhale those arms back up to the sky. Goalpost your arms as you exhale. Inhale your arms up to the sky. Bring your palms to heart center. Check in, keep in with that breath. Inhale your arms up to the sky. Goalpost your arms, open your heart. Inhale your arms up to the sky, and then exhale your hands to heart center. Coming to the top of the mat, holding in your mountain pose. So you're grounding down, your palms are open. You are ready in this strong, solid foundation to receive life as it flows in front of you. Receive it, but most importantly, release it. Let it go. Learn from it. Move forward. Don't be stuck in the past. Stay in the present. And let's inhale those arms all the way up to the sky. As you exhale, hinge from your hips, swan dive forward. Place your hands on your shins, halfway lift. Place your hands on the mat, walk your left foot back, lower yourself down. Press into your palms to come into your cobra. And then roll over your toes to meet in downward dog. Pause here and breathe. Nice deep inhale. And exhale, let it go. Release what is getting in your way for peace. And then inhale your right foot up. Bend the right knee and stack the right hip on top of the left. Scorpion pose. Bringing the right heel out to the left side of the mat. Lift the right knee up towards the sky. Open those hips. Give this a nice deep inhale. On the exhale, bring the right foot to the top of the mat between your hands. Drop that back heel down And then slowly come up. Come up to warrior one. Holding in your warrior one. Bring hands behind you. Clasp your fingers. Push your fists down. Lift your heart. So as you hold in your warrior one with your open heart, bring your gaze up. One more breath here. Release, bring your hands back up. Take a nice deep inhale. On the exhale, open yourself up to warrior two, making sure your heel is down, your hands are reaching in opposite directions. Bring your gaze to your right hand. Holding here, making sure the torso is stacked over your hips. As you inhale, open your right palm. As you exhale, bring the right hand to the sky. Take the left hand and wrap it around behind you. Maybe even tuck it into your crease of between your hip and your thigh. Holding here in your bound, peaceful warrior. Send and receive peace. One more breath. Very gently, that right hand comes to the mat, to the outside of the right foot. Your left hand reaches to the top of the mat. So you're pressing into your left foot and reaching through your left fingertips. See if you can bring the gaze up. One more breath. And slowly make your way back to your warrior two. Gaze forward, proud. Stand proud here. As you inhale, turn your toes to face the left side, and reach your hands to the sky. As you come into a 5-pointed star, gaze goes up. As you inhale, bring the breath in. As you exhale, let's hinge forward. Bring the hands to the mat. Bring the hands underneath you. Bring your palms to face the back of the mat, and then see if you can start to pull with your palms your head towards the mat in any amount. So opening up the back of your thighs here. One more breath. Using the strength of your legs, slowly make your way back to your 5-pointed star. Opening your heart, open to all the possibilities that are out there. Give this a nice deep inhale. Come into warrior two. As you exhale, open the right palm, reverse your warrior, and then bring both hands to the mat. Your right foot back to meet your left. Press yourself into your downward dog. Give this a nice deep inhale and release as you exhale. Release what no longer serves you. Inhale your left foot up, bend the left knee, stack the left hip on top of the right. So now your left foot's going towards the right side of the mat. Lift the left knee up to the sky, push the mat away from you. Nice deep breath. Very gently, that left foot makes its way to the top of the mat. Drop the back heel, rise up to warrior one. Making sure the knee is stacked over the ankle. The back heel is down, your heart and hands are open. Now take those hands and clench them behind you. Push your hands down and draw your heart open. Bring the gaze up. You are just lifting that heart up to the sky, opening your heart, telling yourself the things that I feared would happen and caused me to close my heart, most have never happened. So I'm going to change that. I'm going to go through life with my heart open instead. As you inhale, reach your hands to the sky. As you exhale, make your way to warrior two. Hands are moving in opposite directions. You are stacking your hips right under your torso, reaching those hands, gazes forward. Front knee is stacked over the ankle. Breathe here. As you inhale, open your left palm, reach it to the sky. Bind your right hand behind you. Maybe tuck it into the crease between your hip and your thigh. holding here in a bound peaceful warrior, reminding yourself that peace is just on the other side of the walls that you build. Knock them down. Take a nice deep breath. And then very gently, the left hand goes to the mat, to the outside of the left foot. Right hand reaches all the way to the top of the mat. And then see if your gaze can go upward. Remember, you've got the foundation here. Your left arm and your left leg are pressing and holding each other up. One more breath. And then very slowly, make your way back up to Warrior Two. Gaze forward. And then turn those toes. Turn the toes to face the right side. Open those hands. Come into five-pointed star. Open your heart, keeping the possibilities of love emanating from within you for all to see and experience. Give this a nice deep inhale. As you exhale, you're going to bend into those knees, keeping the torso up, and then bring a mudra into your fingertips as you come into a goddess squat. Draw those knees to come over the pinky toes, holding your torso here. Feel your body respond. One more breath. And then come back into your five-pointed star as you inhale. Back to Warrior Two as you exhale. Reverse your warrior. Inhale. Hands to the mat. Walk your left foot back. Downward dog. Take in your breath. Inhaling it in. Release the breath. Release anything that no longer serves you. And then inhale, rise up on your toes, bend your hips towards your heels. You're either gonna walk it or hop it to the front of your mat. Once you're there, place your hands on your shins. Inhale, halfway lift, and then make a forward fold, and then stand all the way to attention, all the way to the sky. Goes those hands, and through heart center. And then inhale your hands to the sky. Exhale, gold post your arms. Inhale your hands to the sky. Exhale, hands through heart center. One more time. Inhale your hands to the sky. Exhale, gold post those arms. Inhale your hands to the sky. Exhale through heart center. Another meeting in mountain pose. Come to the top of your mat. Be your tall mountain, that strong, firm foundation. We go from within rather than seeking from outside sources. Remembering you are full of love and light. You will attract love and light. And let's inhale those arms up to the sky. Swan dive forward as you exhale. Hands on shins for a halfway lift. Hands on the mat. Walk your right, your left foot back. Lower yourself down. Press into your hands for a cobra. Roll over your toes for a downward dog. Take a nice deep inhale. And release as you exhale. Inhale your right foot up. Exhale your right foot to the outside of your right hand. Drop your left knee down. Bend your left foot. Take the right hand to the left foot and draw that foot in any amount that you can. You can also use a strap here. See if you can bring your gaze up. Lift your heart to face the sky. Another heart opener. Another opportunity. One more breath. Gently release. Bring the hand to the mat to heel toe the right foot towards the left heel, the left wrist, and then drop the right knee towards the right wrist. We're going to center your torso over your calf here. As you inhale, lengthen. As you exhale, bow. Bow into this very yummy pigeon pose and breathe. Notice what you notice. Allow your breath to guide you. Allow your breath to not only soften your body, but your mind. One more breath. And then very slowly, come up to your hands if you're not there already. Tuck your left toes under, lift the left knee off the mat. And then bring your right foot back to meet your left. Press yourself into downward dog. As you inhale, draw in the breath of life. As you exhale, release what is holding you back from participating in life with an open heart. And then inhale, left foot up. Exhale, left foot to the outside of your left hand. Drop the right knee down. Bend the right knee and take the left hand to clasp the foot. Bring your heart to face the sky. Open that heart. Draw the foot in. Another opportunity. Think of something that makes your heart feel gratitude and bring that memory in. One more breath. And then release your hand to heel toe. That left foot towards your right wrist. Left knee towards your left wrist. Drop the calf down. Center yourself. Flex the toes. Inhale. Open your beautiful heart. Exhale, bow. In any amount that your body is calling for. Allow yourself to melt into this pose. One more breath. And then very slowly press yourself back up to your hands. Shift your weight to your left side. Swing your right leg all the way to the top of the mat. Have it meet your left. So bringing your hands behind your hips, flexing your toes, bend your knees, engage your core. Use the strength of the core to lift your feet off the mat. Draw your hands forward. Hold in a boat pose, high boat. So we're holding in boat. Your knees can be straight. They can be straight or bent. Breathing into this space, using the strength of your core. See if you can lower down in your boat. Come back to high boat. Lower down to low boat. Come back to high boat. Lower down to low boat. Last one, I promise. Come back to high boat. Hold there. Open your heart. Bring your gaze up. One more breath. And then draw your knees in. Give yourself a hug. A well-deserved hug. And then very slowly, take that hug all the way to your back. Bringing yourself into a nice hug. Making your way to happy baby. Point your heels to the sky. Either wrap your peace fingers around your big toes or take your hands to the outside edge of your feet. Draw your knees towards the earth. And then start to sway side to side. Allow that happy baby every day to come out and play. We have so much that we can learn from children. And let's extend your legs out. So come into a straddle. So you're straddling down. Make sure the lower back stays engaged to the mat. So we don't want to hike up. We want to keep it lower down. Breathe into the space. Another opportunity for a strap if you have one. Great time to use it. One more breath. And bring those feet together to face the sky. Allow your left foot to go back down to the mat. The left leg, keeping the right leg up, either holding it with your toe or anywhere behind your leg that's accessible. And with each breath, you're drawing that right leg closer towards you. Hold here. And then extend the right leg out to the right side of your mat. Take the left hand and use that to hold your left hip down so it doesn't lift up. One more breath. And then slowly bring that right leg to face the sky. Release it with your hand and then allow it to fall down. A very strange sensation. Your right leg is now longer than your left, so we have to do something about that. Left leg comes up. Find where it is accessible to you and clasp on. Take the right hand, place it on top of the right hip, and very slowly you're drawing that leg towards you with each breath. And then allow the left leg to go out to the left side. Keeping your hand on top of that right hip to press that hip so it doesn't come off the mat. One more breath. And then that left leg makes its way back to face the sky. Release the hand and allow the left leg to meet the right. And hopefully they're now even. Bring your knees in. Another well-deserved hug. This time wrap your knees with your arms. See if you can grab opposite elbow with hand, tucking your nose towards your knees. Or take your hands to the bottom of your feet so you're rolling yourself into a little ball. Fill the space of your ball with an inhale. And as you exhale, release yourself into Shavasana. Come into that final resting pose. So make sure your palms are open. Make sure your feet are just relaxed and falling out. Most especially, make sure your heart is open and receptive. Allow fear to be released. Very slowly. Bring in some small movements. How about you wiggle your fingers and your toes? Nice and gentle. And then very slowly, making your way into a seated position. Take your time. Once you're there, bring your palms to your forehead. May you have peace in your thoughts. Lower your palms to your lips. May you have peace in your words. And here we go to the heart. That heart that is open, that is receptive, that has no fear. May we learn to filter our thoughts, our words through our heart, so we can be flowing with love. The light in me honors, recognizes, and cherishes the light that exists in each and every one of you beautiful yogis. Namaste, with love.